This episode of The Young Turks is brought to you by Netflix. Go to netflix.com/TYT for your free trial membership.
Clarence Thomas's former lover has spoken out. Lillian McEwen, she was silent for 19 years after the Anita Hill hearings, but she just has a new memoir out. Everybody's got memoirs. You see Unmasked and Undressed, and there she talks about her relationship with Clarence Thomas. Now, what a lot of people are focusing on is that she said he was, quote, easily aroused and, quote, has a strong interest in pornography. Now, people are taking that as, ha, see that? Clarence Thomas. We knew he had an interest in porn, and Anita Hill was right all along, and what a dirty, pervy wanker. I think that is entirely unfair to Clarence Thomas. Now, you know, I don't agree with Clarence Thomas at all, and ideologically, we couldn't be more different. But when you read all the details of the book, it's in fact an enormous win for Clarence Thomas, if you ask me. I know he won't see it that way, or he partly won't see it that way. But this is also how she described him, as, quote, having a fantasy package, that he was, quote, a coffee bean velvet-covered cement. Okay, listen, if you're a dude and you're getting that kind of description, not so bad. It only gets better. She says he was, quote, a national treasure, and that many times she shared him with other women in menage-a-trois. Look at Clarence Thomas, the silent killer. You know, he doesn't say anything on the Supreme Court as they're arguing cases in front of him. He is largely silent, and in fact, he has not said a word in 5 years. But apparently, he does his talking between the sheets. Nice work, Clarence. And then, you know, she said the third category is the most obvious things in the world. And again, some people are using this against him. But I'll tell you what the comments are in the book, and then you'll see how that separates him from absolutely no one. She says that he was partial to women with large breasts. No, you don't say. Really? Of course. Okay, I guess there's a couple of guys who aren't. And then she says, quote, he was always actively watching the women he worked with to see if they could be potential partners. And again, people are using that against him, saying, see, that's why he went after Anita Hill. Look, after all these years, I still don't know what happened with Clarence Thomas and Anita Hill. My guess is that he probably did a lot of that stuff, and that Anita Hill didn't like it, and Clarence Thomas didn't have a good understanding of how much she didn't like it, right? That's just my guess after all these years. But he was checking out girls at work. That would make him the same as 100% of the men at work. So, again, I'm not sure that proves that he's guilty. At the end of this book, you think, look, as a public figure, you know, and he's a conservative, I guess he's a little embarrassed. But as I was, you know, if I was him and I'm reading the fantasy package and the covered cement and, you know, and that he had, excellent staying power and was a fantastic lover, I didn't know Clarence had that under his robe, but I think as a guy, he's partly got to be thinking, Clarence, for the win.
Get a load of Netflix. They deliver the movie to your house, no late charges, free shipping.
You can watch thousands of movies or TV shows straight on your PC or on your television through a gaming console.
Netflix.com/TYT. Free trial membership. You get Netflix all over you.